My goal in this video is to make some of you guys quit trading forever. And I'm not trying to be a naysayer here, or I'm not trying to be overly negative or scare people, but my goal with this video is to weed out people who, if you're being brutally honest with yourself, maybe shouldn't be trading whatsoever. And better yet, if you're somebody who does really want to truly take on this venture of trying to become a profitable trader, hopefully I strengthen your viewpoint by the end of this video. But again, I want to invite you as I go through these points to be very open-minded and to hear me out, because let me just put some context on this before I tell you how hard trading is. Just remember that I have no direct incentive to tell you how hard trading is, and I don't sell more courses or sell more signals or anything like that by telling you how hard it is. It's not a very good sales tactic to try and tell people this stuff is difficult. So please listen to me with an open mind, and let me share with you my 8 years of trading, as well as my 5 or 6 years in content creation in the trading space as well. So let's go ahead and jump into reasons you should quit trading. Reason number 1, if you are new and looking to start making money soon, this is not right for you. If you are somebody who is looking to jump into trading and your thought process is, I'm trying to make a little side income, I heard about this trading thing from a friend, he showed me he's making a couple grand a month, I want to get in on this and I want to start making some money. If that is your thought process and that is your only kind of interest in financial markets, this is probably not for you. And I just want to get out in front of this because this was totally me when I got started. And this is not a reason to completely quit, but it's a warm-up round here. If you're somebody who is really only focused in, the financial markets because you just want to make some money, I'm actually not judging you whatsoever. It's kind of like if I were to get into playing blackjack and learning how to count cards because I want to make some money. I don't have a serious passion for blackjack, but it would be understandable if I came to blackjack and I said, I heard about this blackjack thing. I know somebody who's making some money doing this. They're, pretty good at it. And, I want to jump into blackjack. If I, and actually I'm speaking from example here because I actually looked into learning blackjack and realized very quickly how insanely difficult it actually is to learn how to count cards and do it at a professional level to have actual expected edge at a casino. In case you don't know what I'm going at here, blackjack can actually technically be a player favorite game if you count cards perfectly. The problem is most casinos won't let you do that for very long. They'll catch on to what you're doing and they'll kick you out of the casino. But it is theoretically and mathematically possible to beat the game of blackjack. But it involves immense amount of effort in order to get there. So I just want to point out that if you're someone who is getting into trading because you heard it from a friend that's making some money, and that's kind of where your attention span or interest in this topic ends, then I would encourage you to turn back now, because instead of digging yourself into a financial hole with this stuff, you have the opportunity to go do something else that is easier to make money in. I'm telling you right now, making consistent money in the financial markets is incredibly difficult and reserved for the top tier levels of traders of society, okay? So if you're somebody who is a casual trader, stick to a demo account, have a little bit of fun, or play with a $100 account, $200 account, but do not put any serious money in this stuff because you're not ready, and also you're almost certainly likely to lose money if you're just trying to make a quick buck, but you don't really truly know what you're doing here. Point number 2, you are in a desperate financial situation and plan to use trading to get you out of that situation. Absolutely hard stop. If this is you, stop trading a live account immediately. I cannot say this or emphasize this enough. If you are like, yup, that's me, then please hear me out. Trading is not right for you at this time. Perhaps in the future, when you are well, funded and it's not such a dire situation for you, you can take a closer look at the financial markets. But I cannot tell you, please, again, I asked you at the top of this video to keep an open mind to what I have to say here. From my perspective, you can imagine how many direct messages I get on a daily basis, right? You can probably imagine. I get flooded with people telling me that they have ruined themselves financially because of the financial markets. They came to the markets because they were in a tough spot. They wanted to make some money. And then when it got worse for them, they send me a DM saying, Nick, I thought I was smarter than everyone else. I thought I was going to figure this out. I thought I was going to be good. And let me tell you, not only should you quit, if this was me, I would lose money almost certainly, because you cannot trade in this state of mind. First of all, psychologically, it will wreck you. You cannot trade in a desperate, dire situation financially state of mind. It's just, it's like you're asking for your account to get torched. Here's the thing. When you're trading and you're doing it successfully, it has to be almost carefree. It almost has to be like, you know, you've done the research, you've done the hard work on this stuff, and you're just kind of executing. Not, I can't have any drawdown. I have to trade like a perfect superhero, and one little loss is going to send me into turmoil. If that's you, this is not right for you. If you're looking for a better brokerage, then stick around for a second. I'm going to tell you how you can get some free sign-up perks with great brokerages all around the world. Whether you trade FX or indices, commodities, futures, all of the above, I'm going to show you a really cool way that you can get free sign-up perks with your new account. So if you're interested in switching into a different brokerage, you can get things like deposit bonuses or free stock shares, or you can even get access to some of our products for completely free. All you have to do to find out current perks being offered to new depositors is go to a1trading.com/brokers. That's a1trading.com/brokers. And as you look at that page, you'll see all these different offerings that we've currently locked down for you guys as subscribers, as viewers. Now, of course, we get something out of this. If you choose to use these links, you'll be supporting our page. But in return for the viewers, we've got great sign-up perks available for you guys so that you get some free game just by signing up for a brokerage if you're looking to do so. So check it out on our website. You can find current deals at a1trading.com/brokers. The financial markets are for people that have a little extra income or some extra money that they're looking to start compounding into more money over time. But you have to accept who the players, who the winners of this game are. Hedge funds, institutional investors, you know, big players with deep pockets. That's who makes money in this stuff. Okay, so we know that. Nobody's going to dispute that the most money goes to the rich people in the financial markets. That would be kind of crazy to think that. But for people who are in really bad financial situations, I would hate to see your DM be the next one that comes into my inbox telling me that they ruined their financial situation because of the financial markets. I'm telling you, turn back now if this is you, because you should stick to a demo, maybe get an interest in the market, treat it like a hobby, but go do something else to fix your financial situation. Trading will not be it. Trading will put you in a deeper, worse off situation. All right, so again, that one was pretty heavy. I know that's a dark place, but I'm telling you, it hurts my soul to get those DMs, and I get them so frequently from people who think they were better than the rest. They think they're smarter. I'm telling you right now, with all of my experience, I would lose money in this situation. If this is you, leave. It's not for you right now. All right, number 3, the idea of making 2 to 3% per month is not worth it to you. This goes back to point number 2 and point number 1. If this statistic, which is, let me tell you, again, I'm asking for you to keep an open mind because I know these points that I'm making, people will disagree with me, people will have something to say about it, but I've been here for a long time. I've worked with a lot of professional traders. I work with people who manage money. I have a proven track record on social media. We'll pin that video on the top right. I've shown my live brokerage account, and I've interviewed many traders who have come forth and shown their results. I can tell you the best traders in the world are averaging somewhere between 2 to 5% per month. The best traders in the world. You might say, no, I know somebody who they make 10% per month. Well, have they shown you a MyFX book for 1+ year? Have they shown you their live brokerage login and walked you through their performance? If they haven't, leave it at the door, because social media, it's free to brag. It's free to show Lamborghinis as your track record, but that is not what real trading looks like. I'm telling you, I'm asking you, keep an open mind for a second. Think about, I'm not trying to gatekeep here, but I do have a lot of experience in this stuff, and I've interviewed a lot of professional grade traders. None of them claim 10% per month. None of them most of them don't even get near 5% per month. So again, it does not sell courses for me to say this. I'm telling you genuinely and wholeheartedly, the best that I have come across who can prove it without making noise on social media, because you get comments of people say, no, Nick, you're wrong about this. You can make 6%, you can make 10%. Okay, well then show me. Nobody has. I've asked for this for years. I've shown mine, and I've had some other really great professional traders step forward and show theirs. But 2 to 3% per month, is like the golden standard. And you might say that's not going to do anything. Well, then you're probably more close to this situation where you don't have enough money to make trading worthwhile, and it's probably not right for you right now. 2 to 3% per month on a $10,000 account is $200 to $300 extra dollars per month. That's not bad. And if you're very good at this stuff, good enough to the point where you can get funded, 2 to 3% per month can be extrapolated into even more money per month. That is, I will say though, a caveat is you have to be top tier to get funded and stay funded as a trader. A lot of people will go right into getting funded. I do not encourage that. In fact, I don't really encourage getting funded unless you are like the top tier trader out there. And let's be honest, most of us aren't. I'm not even that top tier. You know, I've done this for a long time. I'm not the greatest trader on earth, but I can encourage others to consider doing what I do, which is I shoot for making 2 to 3% per month. And if you plug that into a mathematical calculator and watch how that number grows over time, it is the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding interest, even at 2 to 3% per month, you can get very wealthy, even if you don't have a ton of money right off the bat. Trust me, if you are somebody who has the patience and the willingness to get to the point where you can actually accept and earn consistently 2 to 3% per month, which sounds easier than it is. A lot of people say, that's easy. Well, easier said than done. Plug it into a MyFX book, do it for a year, prove it to yourself how easy it is, right? And I'm not saying, punt a MyFX book account and make 80% in 1 month and then, make nothing or do nothing the rest of the time. I'm saying if you can consistently make 2, 3, 4, 5% per month, you are in the top 1% of traders who are actually out there. And before you dock making 2 to 3% per month, I want you to also take a very honest look at yourself. Some of you are profitable, most of you are not. And that is just the brutal reality of this stuff. If you are somebody who is losing money overall, if you are negative in trading in your trading history, I know that's a hard concept to think about, but this is a very brutally honest video. If you are somebody who is in the negative, you're losing money, you're consistently over time having a worse off trading situation, before you talk trash about 2 to 3% per month, is that better than what you've done? And again, I'm not trying to offend you, but the answer, if you're a losing trader, is yes, 2 to 3% per month is great. For me, this was the moment that changed everything for my trading career. If you can embrace going for slow and steady, consistent gains over time, and you realize this is actually not easy to achieve, but achievable, rather than the high standards you have for yourself. You're like, oh, I need to make 10 to 20% per month to make this even worthwhile to me. Well, no wonder you're failing at this stuff. You're setting yourself up for failure by setting yourself to be way better than the greatest traders of history. No wonder you're coming up short. If you were to accept the idea of making 2 to 3% per month is actually worthwhile, then this is right for you. But if you still, at the end of me saying all that, you say, nope, not worth it, I'm not doing that, then this video is for you. This is why you should quit trading. Again, this is a brutally honest video. I'm not here to sugarcoat this. I am actually in my full honest truth about this. I'm trying to save people from losing their financial butts, because that is what most people do in the financial markets who disagree with these things that I'm talking about. There's going to be arrogance. There's going to be comments who disagree with me. I know I'm coming across harsh in this video, and some of you might not really love me right now because I'm not saying anything here that is fun. This is not nice to hear. This is maybe hurtful to hear. Maybe I'm shooting down your dreams and that's how it sounds. But what I'm really telling you is that if you make it through this video and you still like it, that you're still interested in financial markets, then you might have a shot at being what you want to be, a trader. So let's keep going. Number 4, you don't love learning about the markets. If backtesting is tiresome and boring and not fun to you, if listening to, podcasts about trading is not interesting to you, if reading, market psychology books or learning about trading strategies is not exhilarating to you, like you could do it for hours a day, like I have for the last, my entire adult life. If that's not you, if this is not your living, breathing passion, this is not for you. That is the level of dedication that every profitable trader, the people that I know that I've worked with, I'm thinking of people like Chris Pulver or Boris from BK Traders or Kathy Lean. all of these people, they don't stop talking or obsessing or learning about financial markets. When I talk to them offline, they still are talking constantly about the markets. That is showing how absolutely enthusiastic they are about this topic, and I'm the same way. And I know of those people, every single one of them would agree wholeheartedly with point number 4. If you don't love learning about the markets to that degree, if this is not your primary number one thing, it's probably not going to work out. Again, not trying to be a bummer or a naysayer, but this video is not the nice video that makes you feel good. This is genuinely the hardest take I can give you on the reality of this industry that I've been in for, my entire adult life, as I mentioned, which, comes out to like 9 years or whatever. But anyways, that's point number 4 and really important. The last reason that you should consider quitting trading, point number 5, is you are not in a psychologically stable place in life. This is kind of a hard one because all of us struggle with something, and I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Psychologically, we all struggle with things. Mental health and all that is a real thing. People struggle with depression and anxiety, and they lose a loved one, and they go through a breakup, or their kid is acting up, or they got bills that they got to pay. We all have stuff going on. Life is hard. So this point 5, I have to say kind of cautiously, I know that we all have issues, but if you are somebody who is routinely, you have an addictive personality, or you are obsessive but not in a good way, like you obsess into like making bad decisions. If you're somebody who routinely makes bad decisions, if you're somebody who is easily tilted, easily angered, and you can't control that about yourself, if you are somebody who is going through a really difficult time in your life right now, I'm going to say maybe you shouldn't quit trading per se, but you should not trade at that time. One thing that I have learned is that there are times where you're in a good state of mind, where you are capable of executing trading properly, and there are times where you just aren't. There are times where, it's just very difficult to even look at this stuff because you're not in the right headspace. If you're somebody though, if you're very brutally honest with yourself, I just don't have the emotional stability right now in my life to take this on. If I am not capable of staying disciplined, if every time I try and, say I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week or 4 days a week, I end up not going at all, I would actually tell you that this is how, it sounds like like astrology thing or something, but honestly, I'm not making fun of that, but I don't know. I don't know anything about that stuff. But my point is this: if you are somebody who psychologically is just not in a good headspace and you're struggling in many ways in life already, trading requires very stable execution. Really does take a smooth operator in order to really truly do this stuff right. Even if you know everything on paper, what you're supposed to do to be successful in your trading, if you can't operate psychologically stable, you're not going to be able to make money. I was actually listening to somebody on this topic who knew about themselves that when they trade, they easily get tilted and they easily up their position size. And probably many people listening to this have made that same mistake. I've made that mistake. It's not, if I'm not saying that if you make these types of mistakes, you are beyond repair. But I am saying that if you are somebody who is still working on their mental space, their discipline, their, things are just not, your headspace is not right now. I would just say at least take a break from trading and step away, maybe demo trade, etc. But again, I know somebody, or I've heard the story of somebody who actually had someone else place the trades for them. They knew their strategy. They knew what they were supposed to be looking at. They could call the market decently well, according to their strategy. But where they messed up is psychologically and emotionally, they would get tilted and they would add too much size to their trade and make silly mistakes and make over leveraged positioning. So this person that I'm talking about, they actually ended up having an assistant place their trades for them. kind of genius, right? The idea is like, okay, if I can't execute, but I have an assistant their only role is to execute the trade exactly the same position sizing each time that that my rules tell me, then things could come out a little bit better. So my point is this: all 5 of these things, if you made it to the end of this video, if you are 20 minutes in, I just want to say, drop a comment really quick. Drop the word, I'm serious about this stuff. If you are still here at the 20-minute mark and you made it through that absolute brutal conversation, then I want to congratulate you. If you've said, yes, it's still for me, or I've noticed some of these things that you've mentioned, I want to work on them, I want to change my mindset on them. If you had an open mind, these things are not things that can't be changed. You can change your mindset on some of these things. For example, I've had so many people over the years who started out in their trading career hearing me saying this, and they said, that Trader Nick guy, he is so annoying. He's just such a gatekeeper. He's such a, oh, trading's only for the rich, and like, oh man, easy for him to say. But I didn't always have a large trading capital. And many of those people have come back later on and said, oh, yeah, Nick, you were right. And I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back. I'm telling you to hopefully allow you to skip that painful learning journey. Because people went out there and they said, I can make 20 to 30, and then they blew up their account. And they said, oh, if I'm making huge losses, making 2 to 3% positive gains per month now sounds pretty good. So just wanted to say congratulations if you made it to the end of this video and you are still interested in trading, then you are as insane as I am, and we are in this together. So I just want to say thank you for listening to this video. I hope that I hope you take something away from it. And please, if you did make it to the end of the video, drop that comment. I'll try and heart your comment. And also, maybe we can just have some good friendly discourse in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for watching this video, and on the screen right now you'll see some other options of other videos we put together that might be helpful to you in your trading career. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.